I has eat lunch or I ate lunch. Which is correct? Verb tenses can be confusing because we are talking about past, present, and future with variations like simple, continuous, and perfect. Remember, verb tenses tell us when an action occurs. Here, I has eat lunch is wrong. Use I ate lunch to show that the action happened in the past. Let's look at some more examples. I walked. Use simple past because the action is completed in the past. I am walking. Use present continuous because the action is happening now. I will have walked. Use future perfect because the action will be completed in the future. Check the comments for more examples. To, and to. What's the difference? Let's start with to. To is a preposition that indicates direction, place, or position. It's also used before a verb to form an infinitive. For example, we're going to the park. She wants to eat pizza. How about to with two O's? To can mean also or in addition. For example, can I come too? She likes coffee too. But wait, there's more. To can also indicate excessiveness. Think of it as a synonym for very or extremely, such as, it's too hot outside. He ate too much. Then there's to. To is simply the number 2. Anytime you need to describe the quantity, you use to. For example, I have 2 cats. I bought 2 tickets. Remember, to with one O indicates direction or is used with verbs. To with 2 O's means also or excessiveness. And to, spelled T-W-O, is the number 2. In English, word order is critical. Instead of saying, tall is the tree, say, the tree is tall. The subject comes before the verb, and the adjective follows the predicate. Don't say, swiftly flies the bird. Say, the bird flies swiftly. Don't say, joyful are the kids. Say, the kids are joyful. She owns a red car and the red car. What do you notice? I'm using articles. Articles a and the can be tricky to know when to use. A and N are indefinite articles for general items. Use a before consonant sounds and an before vowel sounds, like a dog and an orange. The is a definite article for specific items. For example, the dog in the yard or the orange on the counter. Remember, a and an are for any item, while the is for a particular item. So, I read a book means any book, but I read the book means a specific book that you know about. Similarly, he found a key is general, but he found the key is specific. Skipping auxiliary verbs like is, are, or have can make sentences unclear and incorrect. Use she is going to the park instead of she going to the park. Similarly, use we are working late instead of we working late. Always use necessary auxiliary verbs. For example, say she has finished her work instead of she finished her work to emphasize the present perfect tense. These errors often happen because people try to shorten sentences or mimic casual speech where auxiliary verbs are sometimes omitted. Mixing up countable and uncountable nouns is common. For example, I have much books is incorrect because books are countable. The correct phrase is, I have a lot of books. Similarly, there is many water in the glass is wrong since water is uncountable. The correct phrase is, there is a lot of water in the glass. Use a lot of for both countable and uncountable nouns. For example, a lot of apples and a lot of advice. Double negatives use two negatives in one sentence, creating confusion. Instead of, I didn't see nobody, say, I didn't see anybody. Instead of, he doesn't have no money, say, he doesn't have any money. Lastly, they can't go nowhere should be, they can't go anywhere. Pronouns like he, she, it, they replace nouns. Clear pronoun use is critical to avoid confusion. Instead of, she gave her jacket, specify who her is. For example, she gave Anna her jacket, or she gave her own jacket to Anna. Don't say, he asked him to come over. Say, Mike asked Tom to come over. Don't say, they brought their dog to the vet. Say, the Johnsons brought their dog to the vet. Pronoun mistakes happen when we assume context is clear. Always be specific to prevent misunderstanding.